Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? So this video is going to be all about fragrances, and to be more exact, this is going to be all about affordable fragrances that actually smell expensive. So I am a strong believer that you don't really have to break the bank to smell amazing. So the fragrances I'm going to show you today are the next level. Not only they smell amazing, but also they actually smell much more expensive than you would expect. So I have 8 fragrances for you today. If you'd like to find out what I prepared for you, keep watching. Okay, so let's start with what we actually think is affordable. So I was actually trying to figure out what will be the affordable mark, and I decided to include fragrances that you can purchase for below like £35 or up to £35. So these fragrances that I have here, I did not spend more than £35 for a new fragrance. I'm not talking about the used ones. I bought all of them new. So the most I spent on any of those fragrances was like £35. I think that's quite fair. I mean, obviously, some of these fragrances are much cheaper, like even below £15. So yeah, but the most expensive fragrance here will be like £35, and I'm pretty sure if you do your research, you can find the same fragrance for similar price. Alright, so let's start. The first fragrance I'm going to talk about is Lalique. This is the Perles de Lalique. And why nobody talks about this fragrance is a mystery to me, because this is such a gorgeous scent and it smells super expensive, okay? So this is probably one of the coldest smelling fragrances I've ever tried. This smells like rose and ice, like, you know, like frosted rose petals. It's just gorgeous. It's a little bit peppery, it's a bit powdery. It's just super sophisticated rose. So whenever I smell this, my mind kind of creates this vision of this like really like a gorgeous gothic mansion. So it kind of gives me that vibe, you know? It's beautiful. It's super cold, as I mentioned, so I would personally wear this fragrance only in winter, because it has this very wintry vibe to me. But I can understand that maybe some people would actually use this in summertime when it's really hot, because it's very like cooling. So I think this could actually make some sense too. It's beautiful, definitely worth trying if you like rosy scents. It leans a tad masculine, or maybe unisex I should say, but it's just so beautiful, guys. It's the most sophisticated, classy rose. I just can't find words to describe it better, but definitely go and try it. And this is 100 mils. I paid like maybe 20 odd pounds for it. You can get it in smaller bottles for a cheaper price, so definitely just go and try it. So the next fragrance I'm going to talk about is this super tacky gold packaging, and this is Gold Edition by Pascal Morabito. I did feature Pascal Morabito in this channel a couple of months ago. I did like a fragrance kind of haul with review. You can check it. I'm going to link it here and also in the description box below, so you can check what I actually think about these fragrances. But long story short, this brand is super affordable. Like the price range will be between 10 and 15 pounds, so told you, super affordable. And the quality is actually surprisingly good. But this scent is actually quite unique because it smells so expensive, really. So I don't know, maybe they thought that this gold packaging will actually add a little bit more of this like expensive touch to it. It doesn't, it's beyond tacky, okay? But the scent is gorgeous. Oh, I'm going to make it easier for you. This is actually quite similar to Tom Ford Black Orchid. Quite similar, but not exactly similar, not a dupe, nothing like that. This has some similar notes. Obviously it has dark chocolate, it has some truffle note, some patchouli, some vanilla, some citrusy notes. It does have similar notes, but it's not a dupe. It's not even like extremely similar. It just has a very similar vibe, and it shares some notes with the Tom Ford fragrance. Personally, guys, I am not a massive fan of Black Orchid. I know there are many people who love it, but also, I mean, this is one of those scents that you either hate or love. I mean, I don't think I hate or love it. I'm just like, kind of, I can appreciate it, but I just don't like it on me. This scent though, this scent I really like. It's a little bit like more I would say feminine, a little bit more blended, a little bit more like a tad more muted version of Tom Ford fragrance. And I don't really mind having this on my skin. I actually quite like it. So this is a perfect scent for those of you who can't really justify the price tag of the original Tom Ford Black Orchid, and you might be looking for like an alternative. But also for those of you who don't really love the Black Orchid scent, you know, you should try it. You should try it, and you might actually like it more than you think you will. So this is a gorgeous one, very expensive smelling, quite similar to Tom Ford Black Orchid. I highly recommend this one too. So next up we have a celebrity scent. This is Adam Levine fragrance for hair, and this one is gorgeous, guys. This one is gorgeous, and it's, I think I paid for like £9 or something like that for 100 ml, so that's ridiculously cheap, okay? This is the most beautiful sandalwood, benzoin, some saffron, some spices. It's just so beautiful. It might lean a bit masculine on some people, so be careful of that. But I think this is just because of that sandalwood note. Sandalwood is quite masculine on some people, so this is something you should bear in mind. But also, like, for that price you can't really go wrong, can you? I think I've recently seen it for like £8 somewhere, so that's, I mean, that's like almost for free, right? And it's just such a gorgeous scent. It has this almost like a niche-esque quality to it. It lasts. It lasts. I mean, you wouldn't really expect such a lasting power from a fragrance that is below like £10. So yeah, that's crazy. That's like really hard to believe for me that something that cheap can be that good. Okay, so let's move on. The next fragrance is going to be Sunset Riot by All Saints. So this is one of those fragrances that many people actually consider to be a dupe of Baccarat Rouge. I don't really like the dupe word here because I think these fragrances are not dupes. I honestly don't think I've ever found a fragrance that will be a dupe. Like, they are similar, like more or less similar, but not even close to being like dupes. I would say that these are more like inspired by Baccarat Rouge, and I think this like a cedar amber combination will always remind us of Baccarat Rouge. So yeah, it's just that. So this one, it does have a certain similarity to Baccarat Rouge. Obviously, it's like an ambery, a little bit spicy scent. It has a little bit of this almost herbal note in the opening, which is weird because there are no herbs in the notes list. So you might be wondering why I chose this one over the Ariana Grande's Cloud. The reason for that is that this one actually smells much more expensive. It's a little bit classier. It's not as sweet. It has this like almost bitterness to it. So definitely this smells much more expensive. Also, I mean, let's be honest, everybody loves Ariana Grande's Cloud. It's super popular, it's affordable, and you know, you can smell it like almost everywhere. So this one is a little bit more unique, it's a little bit more like herbaceous. So this one actually will give you a little bit more of that expensive touch, in my opinion. Also, this is priced at I think £50 on All Saints website, but you can definitely buy it for a cheaper price. I know because I did, so yeah, there you go. Also, this is priced at £50 on All Saints website, but you can definitely buy it for a cheaper price for around like £30–35. I know because I did. So yeah, definitely a great one, an amazing scent for that price tag. So next fragrance we're going to talk about is Michael Kors Mystikshima. So this scent, guys, it's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It reminds me a little bit of that vibe that you can get from Oud Satin Mood or Velvet Oud and Rose from Jo Malone. It's a little bit like that. It's not similar. It does not contain any rose or oud for that matter. The floral aspect here will be mostly saffron, and then we have woody notes. And I could swear I can smell oud here, but it's just not listed. It might still be somewhere there. I mean, it says woody notes and listed like accords, so you know there might be some oud in there. But this is such a gorgeous scent. if you like this like almost like jammy Middle Eastern kind of like a vibe in your fragrances, this is what you should purchase. This is what you should get. I've got this like a 30 ml bottle. I wish I had a bigger one, but because I like it so much. But still, I mean, even if you go for a bigger one, it's still super expensive. So one interesting thing, some people on Fragrantica say this is similar to the Perles de Lalique. I don't see any similarities. No similarities whatsoever. This is like a super cold, gothic, almost kind of scent. This is like this warm, jammy, Middle Eastern vibe. It's just gorgeous. Two completely different scents. But this one, so if you like the vibe of the fragrances I mentioned before, try this one. As I said, no rose here, but I'm pretty sure you won't be disappointed. Okay, next one, Elisabeth Le Parfum Royale. This smells like money, but this smells like old money, like tradition, like class. This is a fragrance for modern princess. It's just amazing. Like, honestly, whenever I smell this, I'm kind of imagining like a person being invited to the garden tea party with a queen. Yeah, that could be a good occasion to wear this scent. That's actually the only problem I have with it. This is a special occasion scent. I don't really have that many special occasions to use it, but this is such a gorgeous, expensive smelling scent, like, honestly. So what we get here is mostly rose, some mandarin, some patchouli, some amber. It's such a classy combination. I mean, I would never expect a fragrance that inexpensive to smell that good, really. Alright guys, two more fragrances. Let's talk about this one now. This is another celebrity scent, and this is Lady Gaga's Odigaga. This one, guys. First of all, it does not look like a celebrity scent, does it? Honestly, the bottle looks better to some of the niche fragrances. It's so classy, it's super sturdy, it's not flimsy, not cheap, nothing like that. It actually looks really good. So this is super classy, this is super elegant. To me, this is a perfect scent for spring and autumn. So I wouldn't really necessarily wear this in summer when it's like too hot, or in winter with like too cold weather. This is perfect for like those like seasons in between. Gorgeous scent. It's quite actually simple in notes. So what we have here is lime, white violet, leather and woody notes. So obviously this might lean a little bit masculine on you, but this is like with pretty much niche fragrances. You always have to keep that in mind, that the fragrance might lean a bit too unisex on you. And this one is super cheap. I think I paid like £12 for it. So the last fragrance I'm going to talk about is the Desnuda by Emmanuel Ungaro. And this scent is actually compared on Fragrantica to Dolce Vita by Dior. At first, I could not really see where these people are coming from, because this is like a completely different scent. But you know, there are some similar notes, okay? So we have a little bit of cardamom here, we have some cinnamon, we have some peach, some sandalwood. So yes, there is a resemblance, but the general vibe of this scent is completely different. With Dolce Vita being like very joyful, playful, sunny scent, very much in your face. This one is more of a skin scent. It's like a very clean scent. It's a tad soapy, so you will get this clean skin vibe with some like kind of precious spices that give you this expensive touch. It's gorgeous, it's really pretty. I heard that some people can be anosmic to this scent, so this is probably something you should consider before buying this. But again, it's super inexpensive. It's below £20 for 100 ml bottle. So it's a bargain. So that's everything for today, guys. These are all 8 fragrances I prepared for you that are super affordable, and yet they smell very expensive. Please let me know down in the comments below what you think about the selection. Have you tried any of these scents? Do you own them? Are you maybe planning to buy them? I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear what you think about these scents, and do you also think that they smell super expensive for the price? Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more fragrance content, you can start with these videos on my left side. I am going to see you very soon in my next video. Take care, bye!